Hey guys, if you missed the discussion on our Google Meets today in current events, February 12th, here is how you can make up those points. Every Friday, we're going to have a discussion through Google Meets. And if you're one of those people who's nervous about speaking on Google Meets or in front of people, you are not required to talk during those discussions. I was one of those kids who I didn't really talk during the class discussions or it really scared me, but that didn't mean that I still wasn't learning. Like I did a lot of listening and kind of internal thinking as I was listening to multiple perspectives in a discussion. So that's why I don't have a requirement to talk. So if that's something that kept you from the Google Meets today, just know in the future that you do not have to talk in those discussions. These discussions will be worth 5 to 10 points each week. Today, it was worth 10 points, and we discussed the documentary. If you missed the discussion, you can still make those points up by filling out this Google form. So if you show up to the discussion, you automatically get those 5 to 10 points. But if you miss that discussion, I understand things happen. You can still make up those points by filling in this Google form. So it is easier just to show up and listen. It takes a little bit more work to earn the points back, but the good news is you can still earn those points back if you miss that Google Meet. Note that these are all level 3 questions, so there's not a right or wrong answer, just as long as you explain your answer. So just make sure that you are describing your answers for 1, 2, and 3. Don't feel like you have to write like a whole paragraph for each one. Just make sure you're describing your answers. And there's a list of requirements right here, how you're going to be graded. Number 1, things that surprised you or worried you from the documentary. Make sure you describe your answer. Number 2, things that didn't surprise you from the documentary. Remember, this would be like things you see every single day that don't really surprise you because you see them every day. So, this is how you explain your answer. You might give examples of how you see this every day. Maybe you have a friend or a group of friends or a family member who is showing the characteristic that didn't surprise you. Number 3, do you think this information would be enough to persuade people to delete their social media accounts? Why or why not? So they gave a lot of very scary and alarming information about social media and how it is manipulative and all this other stuff. Do you think this information would be enough to make people delete their Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, so on and so forth? Why or why not? If you're having trouble answering this question, maybe take your own personal opinion or your own personal reaction to the documentary. Did you go out and delete all of your social media accounts? Why or why not? That might help you start with number 3. All right. Number 4, I'm going to point to the rubric real quick. The majority of your points for the makeup come from your answer for number 4. It is a level 3 question still, no right or wrong answer. This one is just very important for you to explain your answer in a specific way, and I'll tell you why I want it to be so specific. Okay. Do you think social media should be held accountable for the spread of misinformation? Explain your answer using 3 reasons or pieces of evidence, and then use 1 reason or piece of evidence from the opposing side. So you're going to give your answer yes or no, 3 reasons why, and then just like on a separate bullet point, you're going to give 1 reason from the opposing side. So you're going to give the other side's reason. And the reason why I have this very specific set of requirements for number 4 is because the whole goal of this class is to get you guys to consider multiple perspectives to form your own opinion. So I have you explaining your opinion based off one particular perspective, and then I also want you to consider or understand the evidence from the opposing side. That way I know that you're looking at multiple different perspectives or you've considered multiple different perspectives. Note that you can just do bullet points. In fact, that would be easier for both you and me in terms of grading. So feel free just to put bullet points where you'd have the first bullet point be like your answer, the second one be reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3, and then evidence from the opposing side. Okay, that would be just fine and actually preferable for me, and I feel like probably easier for you. Of course, if you're more comfortable writing a short essay, like go for it, man. Do whatever is comfortable for you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Email is a way you can contact me or the Google Voice phone number. Have a great weekend, guys.